So welcome to this video around Python context managers. Now, Python context managers are really handy because it allows us to simplify our code and abstract some of the typical operations that we need to perform when dealing with opening files and opening connections. So let's have a look at an example. So first of all, let's perform a simple operation such as opening a file. So we open a file like so, we read the file and print the contents, and then we close the file. So that's all good and that's pretty simple. But what we can do is we can use a context manager to kind of simplify this down even further. So we use the with block, or the with statement, should I say. We open the file, we have our F object there. Now, once we're in the block, we can print our contents. But you notice we haven't had to close the file, and that's because that's done automatically as we exited this block. So if we have a look in the world of opening and closing connections, so this comes in really handy when we're working with things such as NetMiko or Scraply. So if we have a look at a Scraply example, form some imports, tell it what device we want it to connect to. Now, if we use the Scraply context manager and we get the config from the device, so that's opened the connection, that's run the command that we wanted to do on the device, and that's automatically closed the connection for us. And now we can print the response like so. How do context managers actually work? So context managers use two magic methods, the enter magic method and the exit magic method. So as we use our with statement and we enter our context manager block, we call the enter magic method, and then we can define what we want to happen here. As we exit our block and we come out of this, our context manager block, we call the exit magic method. We can define what happens here. If we now create our context manager like so, and now if we create our with block, you can see that as we've entered, we've called our enter magic method and printed this here. We've then printed this statement here based on the function that we've called within our with block. And then we finally exited our with block and printed this statement here, which we've defined. And that wraps up this video around context managers on what they are and how to create your own. Thanks for viewing, and I look forward to seeing you in some of our next videos.